we are going to record. Right. All right, so please make sure you have the assignment written at the top of your paper, 796 to 797, 1 through 22. When we're working these problems, we are going to write the problem down. All right, I'm going to pull the page up so I can see it and work them, which means it's going to be a little small. I'll make it bigger after we finish the first few together, okay? Okay, so we're going to do the top or the first page. Okay, let's see if we can get these first ones done. All right, so that first, number 1, we're going to write the problem. So I'm going to put 17 and 31. I like to draw a box, just they're easier for me than circles. If you want to put a circle to put your answer, you can. All right? How would 17 and 31 compare to each other? Griffin?
31.
All right, think about it. You got to start from this side, right? So 17 is less than 31. All right, make sure we're always starting our reading from the left side. All right, so then we're going to look at number 2. Number 2 has a -6 and a -10. Okay. How would I compare a -6 to a -10? Jake?
I have a question. Can I
Yeah.
sit on the floor?
Yes, you may. Jason? All right, so is -6 greater than -10? Yes, it is.
Because it's close to positive.
Because it's closer to the positive numbers. It sounded like I was questioning Jason real hard. It's because I got confused in my head. All right, if I can get confused, it's easy for you to get confused. So please take your time and really think about the negatives. -6 is closer to 0, which means it's closer to our positives, which means it's a bigger number. All right, number 3. For number 3, we have 9, and we're comparing that to a -8. All right, how would 9 compare to a -8? Brianna? 9 is greater than -8. All right, number 4. We have -83, and we're comparing that to -38. How would those compare to each other? Isabella? Remember, start from this side. So -83 is less than -38. Again, the 38 is the one closer to the zeros, closer to the positives, so that one is the one that the alligator would eat. Okay. Number 5. Now we're starting some problems that say to order the numbers from least to greatest. So from least to greatest. So we're starting with the small ones. All right. So on number 5, what would be the least? What is my smallest number? Amelia?
-13.
-13. All right. What's going to be next? Griffin?
-8.
-8. What's going to be next? Ethan?
-5.
-5. Next, Gray? 1. And Jackson? 9. What do I want to do before I move on to the next number? What would I want to do, Amelia?
Check.
Yeah, we want to check and make sure we have the right amount. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go up to the board and check these, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have all of them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Number 6. Putting them in order from least to greatest. Number 6, what am I going to start with? Juanita?
-2.
-2. All right, and then what am I going to have, Alexis?
4.
4. And next, what am I going to have, Alina?
5.
5. And next, Tyler? 14. And then my last one is going to be what, Mason? Number 6.
Number 6, the last one.
22. All right, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on the board, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have them all?
Yes.
All right, number 7. So my directions changed. So I definitely want to pause, make sure that I'm going in the right direction. Number 7 says we're going from greatest to least. So what is my greatest number on number 7, Nolan? 9. Okay. After 9, what would I have, Nancy? 7. After 7, what would I have, Gage? -8. Good job. We're switching to the negatives. We got to kind of flip that around. So we're at -8. What's going to be next, Jake? -14. Next, Alexis? -33. And then Juanita? All right, do I have any more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got them all. All right, guys, how long does it take me to count them? Not very long. Should you do that on the quiz Friday?
Yeah.
Should you do that on your homework tonight?
Yeah.
Please do. All right. Number 8. Greatest to least still. Greatest number. What's it going to be? Amelia? 24. What's going to be next? Griffin? 12. All right. What's going to be next? Micah? We are on it. -7. Next. 1. -16. And then Alex? -17. Are there any questions about that one? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the problem. We're good. All right. So the last one that we have is number 9. I'm going to try to fix it so we can see it a little bit better up here. All right. So it says this number line shows the position of different runners in relationship with Yolanda. So she's like your 0. All right. Which runner is ahead of Annika but behind Yolanda? So my first question, we're just going to stop there. It says, which runner is ahead of Annika but behind Yolanda? What would be a good way to answer that? Jason.
First question?
The first question, which runner is ahead of Annika but behind Yolanda?
Kate.
Kate. So I would say Kate is ahead of Annika, but behind Yolanda. I actually had a friend in high school named Annika and have worked with a woman named Yolanda, so they don't seem that unrealistic to me. Okay. Just a reminder, we are recording. Thank you, guys. All right. So it says write an integer to represent her position. So guys, the key thing, please stop. The key thing here, it says write an integer. You're done. Write an integer. What is an integer? Someone remind me. What does that mean I'm writing? Jackson?
A number.
A number. So an integer is a number. So I just need to write a number to represent Kate's position. It tells me right here, Kate is 2 yards behind. So what integer would represent Kate's position? Isabella. Ethan? It would need to be a -2 since it says 2 yards behind. So that behind means we want to put a negative. So I'm going to say -2, and that's another answer, so I'm going to underline it, would represent Kate's position. Okay. It asked me 2 different things, so I have 2 different sentences. All right. Are there questions on how we set up number 9? Or how I answered number 9? Do you see how whatever the question asked, I just repeated the question, but with the answer in the very beginning of it? Instead of, which runner is ahead of Annika and behind Yolanda? I put Kate is ahead of Annika and behind Yolanda. Instead of saying write an integer to represent her position, -2 does represent Kate's position. Okay? All right. The rest I am going to let you finish on your own. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it better. I do not have enough room to have number 22 up here. So I'll have the first 21. You can use your book when you get home to open up and get 22. All right? But I want to make sure everyone's able to get those first 21 done. So that's what's going to be up on the screen for you to be able to see. Possibly they'll have to be able to show it from somewhere else because it's not on the stage picture that I have. All right. So I'm trying to make it big enough for you to be able to see.
Wait, is this still recording?